Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Board with Everything. We're going to get right into the message. Know that I've cleared your space. I've heard Spirit loud and clearly. We're going to see what the messages are for the week of May 3rd, 2026. And also please check my bio for my school account if you want a reading. My information is in the box below, and also my Etsy store. Check those things out. But once again, let's just get into this reading. I really felt some things in my spirit today. What are the messages that you have for Capricorn? Spirit of love and light, ancestors, divine beings. Spirit had me pull out several different decks of cards. So far we got the Empress and we got the Five of Wands. Thank you, Spirit of love and light. It's like I'm feeling a tingling or something in my arm. So I didn't want to stop. So we have the Empress card. And I read in the upright. You know, I think I've said that before. But to the new people that are here and the ones who are joining, thank you for being here. Just in case you didn't know, I read from the upright. And that's the Five of Wands. And then the third card is the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, is the Empress card. This is somebody who is very fertile, nurturing, creative, very beautiful. And this could be beautiful on the inside and the outside. Very healing. This person. Your person is divine, or you have been tapping into your divine. I hear the word essence. You've been tapping into yourself, basically. You've been coming into yourself. You've been doing more with finding out who you are, who you are supposed to be. No longer are you living how others say you should live, and this others is like parents, the structure that you grew up with, the schools. You're not doing those things anymore, Capricorn. What you're doing is figuring out who you are and your purpose. Like, you're tapping into your purpose and who you are supposed to be at this moment in time. You're not concerned about anything else. You're not concerned about what people say as far as how you should be or how you should walk, how you should. You're not concerned with anything in the past. It's almost like wherever it stopped there, and everything that comes with it has stopped there. And I see the conflict card. That's where I'm getting some of this from. It could be internal. It could be people, you know, noticing, oh, you've changed, or normally you would do it like this. Normally you would say it like this. You know, there's some things that are changing in you, Capricorn, and with the Empress card here, you're doing it boldly. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, hardship. And this may not necessarily be hardship financially. I know it's the Pentacles card. This could definitely be you struggling. You could be struggling with this new life. And let's just put it like this. Because I know this happened. So let's just say you have a path that you're on. It could be a job or whatever that you're on, and everything is wonderful. And I just saw this guy being interviewed where he was talking about, you know, his trading, because he's an engineer. So something like that, you could be having something and it's wonderful, like with the Empress card here, right? It's wonderful, it's beautiful. But there's inner turmoil that's been happening with you, to where you feel a certain way with the changes that you've made. But you've made these changes and now there's an internal battle. And like I said, it could be people talking to you about you doing things different, or you being a different person. But at the same time, there is a battle going on. And life was wonderful. And it may not have been what you wanted it to be, or it could be exactly like, you know, I could not dream of a better life. But at the same time, there's a pulling in you, that even though life is good, it's not your purpose. It's not what you were brought here on earth for. And a change is happening in you, okay? And let me tell you something about this 5 of Pentacles. This change is happening and is rerouting you. So now you don't fit in anywhere. And that could be the struggle. Things are changing. You're standing by yourself. You're all alone. You're left out in the cold. When people hang out, you've changed so much they don't want to hang out with you. They don't even know if you would want to hang out with them because you've changed so much they don't want to bother you. But either way it go, with whatever's happening in your life, this new path that you're taking, Capricorn, is causing you to feel a little lonely. You know what I mean? What else you want to say to Capricorn? At the bottom of the deck was the Chariot card. I didn't pull it out, but at the bottom of the deck was the Chariot card. And that's a card of staying focused. You're going towards, well, it did try to just come out. You're going towards, here it is. You are going towards financial victory, overcoming these obstacles. You are a very determined person. You're working really hard, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, this change is leading you to a victory. This change is going to be victorious. So even though you have the 5 of Wands, don't feel like you're by yourself. You're not by yourself. And what I'm seeing, Spirit is showing me in my mind's eye or my third eye or what have you, people haven't left you. They're standing back waiting on the finish. So you know how you say, if you are not my friend in dark times, you can't be my friend in light times, or relationships or whatever, you know how that relates. It's not like that, even though it seems that way with some people. This is such a significant thing you're doing, and this is different than what you've ever done before, that they don't know. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. So they're standing back and they're just waiting. So it could be that they're waiting on your permission to even invite you out to something. But the thing is, they are respecting the change that is happening for the real, you know, the friends in your life. And I always say, I get caught up saying real friends, but honestly, you wouldn't call a person a friend if it wasn't real, right? So your friends are waiting for your permission, however that comes off or comes from you. They're not disrespecting the process that's happening. They're trusting the process just like you are. If you're not trusting the process, they're trusting the process better than you are. What is the overall message for Capricorn for May 3rd, week of May 3rd, 2026? So a lot of cards just came out, Capricorn. I'm going to put them back in and we're going to redo this. I heard trust the process. Overall message, death. Out with the old, in with the new. The overall message is death. You're letting go of the past version of yourself. And that's what we were just saying. That's exactly what we were just saying. For some reason, the way Spirit has me doing this reading, I'm not pulling out cards and then looking at them. It's just like I hear what was being said while I was out, and I'm hearing now. The old person is, you know, and honestly, the reason why this reading is happening the way that it is because you've accepted. You accepted the old person leaving. You're okay with it. You've given the old person permission to leave. Capricorn, nothing happens in this planet without permission. And I'm honest about that. I'm real. Nothing happens in this planet without permission. Some type of permission. I don't care what it is. And what I mean by permission is you being in a situation, in a place like that. You know what I'm saying? So nothing happens just because it happens. Something happened in the background to allow this setup. So whatever you've been doing or whatever has happened as a consequence to something you've done, it could be good or bad, you know, either way. It's like honestly evaluate yourself and what you've done, what you've said to yourself as far as self-talking, how you've encouraged yourself, if you've put yourself down. So it's not good or bad. It's just you. Evaluate what you said, done, thought, the likes. What have you accepted? All of that. Whatever it is, it brought you to a point of saying, I'm okay to let you go. Old self, I'm okay to let you go. And your situation could be great in somebody else's eyes, but if it's not you, it's not you. So it's great to them because they don't have it, but for you, you don't want it because it's not you. You know what I mean? It's not your purpose. You do very well at it, but it's not your purpose. I'm gonna see if Spirit has additional messages. I'm not even asking for clarification, just additional messages, because this seems like one of those moments where you sit alone quiet. You can't explain anything. If you have one emotion where you want to cry, you're going to mess around and have another emotion where you can't believe it. It's almost like, you know, when people say kids are faking because they just stop crying all of a sudden. It's one of those. It's just like, you're crying this minute, you're doing this, you're doing, you don't know. This is a whole new journey for you. You're letting go of the old person. And remember we were speaking on the finances and stuff like that? I've always said, in Capricorn reading, you can't put new wine into old wine skins because they'll burst. And I feel like everything that you wanted, that you've worked for, is time. So there's always been a question, well, when this, when that? It's time. If you are the Capricorn that I am talking to that has finally said, okay, old self, you can go ahead and leave. I'm welcoming my new self. I'm welcoming this journey. I'm willing to crawl before I walk. I'm willing to not know all the answers. I'm willing to not be able to control what's going on. I'm willing to just do what I'm being told to do spiritually. Because the Empress card is a card that hears spiritually. This is a highly intuitive person. So Capricorn, you are highly intuitive. You are hearing from the spirit. So the card that came out is the Knight of Swords. This is fast moving energy. So this So it may not be moving fast for you, but the fast moving energy that I feel, it could be like a sudden thing where it's happening, but you're just noticing it, so it's happening fast. So it was in the works, and it was in the works back here. Okay, so if you noticed it was in the works, that's one thing. But what I'm feeling right here, Capricorn, is you didn't notice that it was in the works. You're like consumed with all the downloads, all the thoughts and everything to change up your life, that you didn't notice that this was working in the background. So it's working in the background. So when you notice it, it's like sudden. And it's a sudden shift, a sudden cut to the past, heading towards, you know, the new person, your new person. At the bottom of this deck is also that Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like that's new money coming your way. With this change comes a, woo, okay. What I was saying is with the change comes new mindset. That's how you're able to handle the new that's coming your way. Because whatever this is, remember I've said this, is sustainable. It's going to be sustainable. It's going to be, you're starting your new foundation. Whatever this is, it's going to last. It's going to always reproduce. And with the Eight of Rods, you could be moving, you could be traveling with this newfound, like I said, I had the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. With this newfound fortune or this newfound mindset or this new you could be traveling. But also the Eight of Wands or Eight of Rods means messages are coming in. And it could be coming in really, really fast. But once again, like I said, with the Knight of Swords, it's fast moving energy, yes, but it could be because you didn't recognize something and all of a sudden it's like bam in your face. But it was always there. And you know, sometimes Capricorn, we don't see things until we're ready to accept the thing. So something could be dancing in your face all day, but until you're ready to accept it, you don't see it. And that could be the case. You're actually ready now, so you see it. I'm going to move these over and I'm going to get the Moonology cards out. Spirit, what else do you want to say to Capricorn for the week of May 3rd, 2026? I'm really, really thanking you guys for being here with me to hear this reading and maybe learn something or maybe get confirmation on what's going on or what you're feeling, because honestly, the confirmation is not that you don't know. I feel like it's just confirmation telling you what you do know or what you have heard. That's what I think. I think you already know. And it's beautiful, Capricorn. Things are changing. You can look at the economy and tell that things are changing, but at the same time, Capricorn, I don't think that you need to be really concerned as far as what am I going to do next, this, that, whatever. I feel like you're very innovative, and I don't know why that word popped up, but I feel like you're very innovative. Like you're going to make a way. When you look over your past, Capricorn, anytime you've had adversity, you've persevered. You found a way. And I know you have. If you're watching this video, you have found a way. Because seems like Capricorns go through a lot and always have to be strong and persevere through things. So here's this card, Nothing is Yet Set in Stone, the Moonology card. And I truly am hearing that that's because everything is still forming for you. So basically what I'm hearing is, Capricorn, what you're looking at right now is not permanent. There's still some changes and some moving parts to the new that's coming in. That's what I'm hearing with that. Like, that didn't make me feel like, oh man, things are going good and look, they're going to change. It doesn't make me feel that way. It makes me feel like things are still adjusting, if that makes sense. Things are still adjusting for the new path that you're on. Like I told you, Spirit had me grabbing a lot of cards. And I'm only trying to pull one card out of these Oracle decks. But this is the Angels and Ancestor Oracle deck that I have now. I like this deck so much I barely use it. And that's just me. If I really like something, it's like I try to keep it a lifetime. I don't have to replace it or nothing. I still have stuff from high school. Clothes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And honestly, they're so cute. When I wear some of it, they were like, people ask me, where'd you get that from? And I'm like, I got this when I was in the 12th grade or the 8th grade or college. So serious. I even put some stuff out on social media about it to show before and after. Okay. Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for May 3rd, the week of May 3rd, 2026? As soon as I got finished. Once again, can you see that High Priestess? You know what? Spirit told me to get the book out. The High Priestess is just about like the High Priestess and the regular deck. But I mean, look, it's so beautiful, even with that black cat. So I don't want to give you an overview of this card and you not get the full gist of this card, because I've read these cards. I read the meaning of these cards and they just do something to me when they come out for me. All right. So the High Priestess, Capricorn, here we go. Intend and create, which is what you're doing. Like, that's what this whole reading has been about. Something is forming. The message: recognize that you have the power to change your life, face your fear, and align with the light. About. In many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. High Priestess. Harness mystic power, but at the same time, you are creating. So harness mystic power message. Align with the light and focus on all things positive, which is what you need to do. Remember, we was talking about the Chariot card where you have your focus. Stay focused on what you need to focus on. You may feel like you're left out in the cold, but you're not. Just stay, within that plan, the mindset of that plan, or whatever it is developing. So about the High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar: fierce, powerful, and disciplined. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess is in this deck is the consort and partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. The extended message is: you are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. And that's what I was just saying. You're hearing downloads. You're connecting, or you are connected. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition. as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. Isn't this everything we just talked about? This is everything we just talked about. Now I see why Spirit told me to get that book out. It's crazy. It's crazy, not crazy, right? Like, this is that moment where, Capricorn, you've developed and you started a lot of things. So let's just say you want to take a break. For instance, I day trade, right? And there are some other things that I'm learning because I'm still kind of new at it. So there's still some things that I'm learning. When I got home yesterday from working, because I do multiple things. So when I got home yesterday, I didn't look at anything. I didn't. So it's one of those moments, Capricorn, where you have everything going. Sometimes ease that mind. So you stand dedicated, you're on point, but sometimes you do need your mind to be at ease. All right. So these cards right here are the guardian angel cards. And these cards, I love these cards so much, Capricorn, because they give you like, gosh, they give you wisdom, right? They give you so much wisdom. It really breaks down things for you. Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for the week of March 3rd, 2026? Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us. And they are hard to shuffle because they are heart-shaped. So they're twisting in my hands. But I do know Spirit will bring out the card that's for us. See, they twist in your hand. But that's okay. What do you have for Capricorn? Week of May 3rd, 2026. Expression. So this card says expression. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, and honestly without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concerned. Self-expression is liberating and healing. Capricorn, that goes along with that conflict card. That goes along with that conflict card, that feeling left out card. This reading has been confirming and comforting, Capricorn. It's comforting because basically this is a Capricorn general reading, right? So that being said, it's comforting knowing that you're not the only one. You're not the only one transitioning. This is a time for like the truth to come out. This is the time for this is a time that the veil is thin. The truth is out. Some truths are still coming out, and you're no longer who they say you are. You are actually forming and developing into who you really are. So there are going to be times with this expression card, there are going to be times, Capricorn, where you don't understand. And there are going to be times where you're going to feel a certain way and honestly get it out. Like me, I have someone to talk to. You know, I have my little person to talk to. And she's not little, she's grown. But, you know, I can vent and talk. That's my safe space. Capricorn, get you a safe space, somebody you can talk to. And even if you can't, like sometimes when I can't talk to her, I will talk out loud to myself alone. You know, like I have a lot of moments where I self-talk. I have a lot of moments where, you know, some may call it praying, some meditate or whatever the case may be. But there are times where I will have an out loud conversation. Because Capricorn, what you may understand or what you may not understand is when you speak out things vocally, your body reacts to it because of the inner ear being connected to your nerves, and your nerves being connected to your brain. Your nerves tell your brain what to do based off of what you say, to be scientific about it. And so I have conversations out loud. I encourage myself out loud a lot. Some people do mirror work, but Capricorn, whatever it is you need to express it, this is a very vital time to express. Don't hold anything in. You don't want anything coming out in a negative way. Like the High Priestess says, focus on the positive. So you don't want anything coming out negative because it's becoming overwhelming. And that's like when I was younger, that's what used to happen. I would hold things in and hold things in until I bursted. And if I was angry at somebody, everything came out. And being highly intuitive, and I am an INFJ, I would blurt out some stuff that they didn't even know that I knew. Because when I cut, I wanted to cut. And it was things where they could deny it and people were like, where you get that from? But I knew it and they knew that I knew it. So I'm not saying you go that far, but I'm saying that's how vital and important it is to express yourself. If you're feeling sad, cry. So what's wrong with you? I'm just feeling sad about, and let this be a person that gives you safety to where you can say, you know what, my life is just changing right now and I'm so emotional. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going. And sometimes I feel like I'm in this dark space. Sometimes I feel like I'm by myself. Sometimes I feel like this, that, and just cry. Just cry. It's okay. Me being a life coach, I hear this a lot. People like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so. You have nothing to apologize for. Don't apologize for it. And then, like I said, that safe space, like me as a life coach, I am the safe space and I just listen. And I encourage more of it because you have to get it out in order to continue to go. You don't want to pull it with you. And then you got to understand something else, Capricorn. And I don't mean to be preachy, but I'm really feeling this. And that's funny because I used to preach and speak and, different things. But I don't want to be preachy, but Capricorn, you have to get these emotions out. Okay? You have to. You have to allow this to come out because there's a scripture that says that you want your health to prosper as your soul prospers. That's your mind, your will, and your emotions. You have to learn how to get these things out and communicate these things so that they can continue to mature, because where you're going, you need this. You need that maturity. An unstable mind is a very evil mind. You would feel like the unstable mind is attacking you, which it probably is, because it's not doing what it should be doing. It's only doing what it used to do. So you have to self-talk positively, and you have to express yourself in a positive light. See yourself where you're going already. Okay? This is huge, Capricorn. This is like where you go to somebody and get a hug. And they tell you everything is on target. Everything is on track. Everything is moving at the right pace. Don't be scared. I'm standing right here with you. I don't care if you want to repeat whatever you repeat over and over and over, repeat it. And I'm around, some people that repeat the same thing over and over. And you know what it tells me? It tells me that is bothering them. And then I'm around some people who will ramble. Just ramble. And you know what it's telling me, Capricorn? It tells me that there's something underneath bothering them, and what they're rambling about is really not the issue. So if you ever hear people rambling, it's not the issue. It's not. What I usually do in a situation like that, Capricorn, is I say, okay, now that you've gotten it out, what's the real problem? Right? So it's a huge thing to express yourself. Capricorn, we're so used to being strong and there for everybody else. It's your turn. It's your turn. Whew, that was kind of heavy, Capricorn, but it was necessary, right? It was very necessary because we are not punks if we cry. We are not weak if we feel some type of way. That's just the new person happened, new us developing, new emotions coming forward, maturing us. Tears are watering us. The spirit is enjoying seeing your tears, especially tears of happiness, tears of thankfulness. So do what you have to do, Capricorn, but you are not alone. Okay, you are not alone on this journey. It is just a new thing that's being birthed. And the thing about it is, Capricorn, you're not the one that's birthing the thing that's being birthed. You're kind of being birthed. Okay, if that makes any sense. You're the one that's coming out of the canal. I know how we say, oh, you're birthing something because we got the Empress here. You're birthing something, Capricorn. So you're having all the birthing pains. It doesn't feel that way to me, Capricorn. It feels like you're the one that's being birthed. It's a new life. Okay, Capricorn? So we can talk about all the finances and everything all day, but Capricorn, it's a new life. Your life is developing into something new, something very different. This is a different path. You haven't seen this before. And it could be, kind of scary. So get with that person that you really, really trust and ask them, for permission. If you can express yourself whenever you need to, and you give them the heads up. It may be random. Sometimes just if it doesn't even make sense to you, you don't even have to ask me about it. Just let me get it out. And that person loves you, Capricorn. They'll let you get it out. So that is all I have for you. I see why Spirit told me to get all these cards out, Capricorn. I really, really love you. I really, really appreciate you being here, Capricorn. For all the new people watching, Capricorns, in any area of your chart, please subscribe to this channel. Share this message with other Capricorns, Capricorn placements. And like this video, and also express to me what's going on with you. This is a very heavy spirit in the atmosphere. So if you want to say something in the comments as far as what's going on with you, Capricorn, go ahead. I'm here. All right, I will talk to you later, Capricorn.